now. Who's going to be the big spoon? Who's going to be the little one? At the moment, the R99 is just chewing through shields once again. 789 trying to pick up some kills. They do get the elimination onto Maestro. He was a solo player there. Garpy taken down, and now you're going to see 789 versus Sentinels for that championship.
It's a 3v3 as well. You don't often see a situation where it's 3v3, and it's so dangerous to push out. There's one knock now, and there's so many low shields as well.
Here comes the push then. 789. Zanya's going to be taken down. Zoms is going to be taken down as well. It's back and forth in this final circle. Xens now with the R99. The last player is going to be taken down. He must be taken down. There they are. They are your champions. Trying to get themselves into a position. I'm not sure if they pinged that there was a potential team up there, but they're actually going to be zipping up, and that's going to be some shots zipping past the body there of Nissa, but he just pops straight back out, takes the bow. Another player going to be taken down. The aggression is paying off here.
Yeah, EBC lose 2. However, they still have 1 remaining who's probably going to be trying to get away at this point. Still 20 squads left.
That Pathfinder passive ability to potentially find out where that final circle is. And now you're seeing the push coming in here from EBC, and they push beautifully well here. They will say, this is our building now.
Fine cover pushing in, but there's just so many teams left. You can be shot from every angle.
Well, speaking of pushing in, here comes the push here from EBC. You can see Banderstorm is overlooking his teammates who are pushing in with those R99s, trying to finish those kills. They have managed it. The Wraith is running for dear life and somehow manages to weave away and bob and dip and duck and slow down a little bit more as we see the ring closing in 20 seconds until we'll see that ring move in. As we see Wacko in a crazy shot there onto the player to drop him. Not sure if he got the confirmation on the kill though, as we see another player trying to push. Now we're seeing the carnage start to ensue, and Penta, they're starting to rack up some kills of their own.
Yeah, Penta doing so well with the SMGs here, and the Devotion with a turbocharger rips through the body shields. I mean, the Devotion, you have to be aware of teams that will be trying to attempt to take it off you before we get to that final circle. And wow, what a shot that was from Oryx as well. Just being able to pick off the flying Wraith through the air. Longbow accuracy, so important because it's so heavy at the moment in the meta. Great shots from Penta here, and Oryx in particular. That Skull Piercer with the longbow doing some amazing damage.
He also has plenty of ammo to be working with as well, so he could just hold that position. And now it's Bowser's time to shine as he lands some longbow shots of his own. And now we're going to see the guys from EBC getting aggressive and looking to finish off these kills. Backs down, the baiting and switching coming in, but here comes the little peek from the window above. The door opens, it was like the world's worst trick. Gonna have to see how this one plays out. Raz now, he's actually trying to escape to get himself a body shield, which is a great play in that particular situation. But look at the fire he's coming over. He desperately needs to stay alive, relying on his teammates to keep him alive. And MVP, that teamwork is absolutely beautiful.
Go MVP have just picked their moment perfectly. They were hiding for so long.
Teleport behind and put those shots in as they're forcing the movement.
Got 2 portals up. Both teams now going to try and dance between these portals, try and survive as best as they can. Wraith's going to use their Q to ensure that they can avoid the damage as well. All carnage going to unfold here. It's just a survival game at this point. Lay down as much shots as possible.
789 then are going to be dropped down shields. They're in all sorts of problems, having to Q out of the position. Here comes the push here. NRG are going to be taken down by 789. The carnage is about to ensue. 789 still managed to stay alive. MVP not pushing this quite yet, Dan.
You can see how quickly they push the man and they get the shots on the player who was just coming out of the portal there. And it's 789. Under some early aggression here is Zanma. He's going to fall and get knocked, and actually it's MVP back at their familiar grounds of the cage, and they're the ones who are providing the aggression.
Yeah, absolutely love this from MVP as well, changing up their drop spot and some easy shots there to finish off the kill, and that's going to be early points on the board here for MVP. You have to say that they've been living up to the hype so far, Dan.
That is good news for Herbania. They might be able to rotate cleanly through.
Sentinels now, beautiful shots coming in here from Zoms as well. Drops that player's shield, hit 2 wingman shots on him. Sentinels, of course, who took down a lot of players on their way to a 2nd place finish in our first game of the day, looking to repeat the dosage here as we're seeing kills dropping across the board as everyone's flying in now. NRG are in a little bit of trouble here, Dan. It's up to Dizzy to make a play.
Look how quickly we went down from 16 squads to about 9 as well. 7 teams just going down, pushing through that circle. We knew the possibility was there because there were so many choke points to push through. Massive kill for Ace.
Ace is looking for another one as well. The Wraith's in problems. Can he finish finish off this kill has to queue, and the pressure now is on Ace with 1 HP to make a play here for NRG.
Doesn't know whether to shield or whether to look for the fight, but at the other side, there's full purple armor now for Herbania, and this is going to be really tough for Ace to make it work. Both his teammates have gone down. They have got top 10. He has got some kills, but can he win this engagement?
A smart play to eliminate those players as well, and he will be taken down. Big plays coming in from Swagloke there to clean up the kills, take down Ace. Big performance here from Na'Vi, under pressure as well. They've picked up kills along the way. Sentinels still in play as well. We're down to our final 4 squads here as we're closing in on some of those final circles, and here comes the push from Sentinels. Ratsy's getting aggressive.
Yeah, he's just trying to inch his way into the circle. The red is going to start eating away at Sentinels now, but they're in such a bad spot. They're being shot by several different people, but the shots they're laying down with these SMGs are incredible. Na'Vi come out to fight as well. Na'Vi need the kills, and they manage to get a couple. 789 Adusu falls, so there's now just going to be 3 squads left.
And here comes the push here from EBC as well. I think they're hearing the fact that the fighting's going on. They're going to come in, pick up some comfortably easy kills. Another player in front of them. The team fire comes in. Na'Vi doing everything they can to survive in this situation, but EBC too strong, and they will take home game number 3.
Western versus Eastern approach was something we talked about within our group number 8 skirmishes.
Oh, shots coming in here. Looks like could have an opportunity. Oh, and the knock actually comes down there. That's going to be Nocturnal.
This battery. This needs to get off, and actually will end up going off there. Here we see the other side, though, trying to pressure, getting it at 2 different angles. Nocturnal falling very, very low. Tries to get a third for an armor swap. That third bite is actually going to hit him, setting him low. He needs the armor.
No!
He needs the heal, and he will be denied each and every one of those wishes.
We do see a few knocks in the kill feed, so we'll keep an eye on those as well. Now back over here to Sinister Esports.
Taking a big trade there. Finds the first knock, but pressure from up above. The grapple comes through, finds himself on a 1v1, but the Peacekeeper damage comes through.
That's a full wipe for Misfits and a lot of composure as they do that as well. You see going to be an opportunity to maybe grab some more goods, but they're also finding some more pressure that's going down towards the south-southwest, and they're going to go ahead and chase that as that raid's going to queue out.
Wow, talk about a nice hit there with those double wingman on that slide through.
Now trying to find exactly, of course, charging in here. Easier said than done. Yep. And there it is. Look at that. Cool, calm, and collected from Help. Knew that the player was likely playing a little bit of door games there. Not going to stand for that.
I mean, that was just pretty. Best way to put it there. Nice opener from Albalele. Gets the slide through, finds himself the first knock, but he has no HP. He peeks in the downtime, knowing that they're willing to reload. A moment of confidence, but maybe too much. Imperial Hal ends up going down.
It's just going to be Albalele here. Last player alive for TSM, as we talked about. One of the best teams here in the tournament, your X Games winner, and they are in a tough spot. But look at Storm in here. He starts the Phoenix kit, but going to wait. What's going to happen here?
Oh, no! No! Still ends up finding a third party, but now Albalele. Wait. Albalele knows he ended up going down. He's going to push for the res. And questionably, the bigger question here is the other target willing to push within this window. Do they even know? Oh my goodness, because that was the final kill, they're not understanding that there was more within this crevice and actually decide against pushing. TSM is given a near miracle here in the center of the map. Survive, no crack coming through, cell dropped.
And look at how central they are. The fact that they are not taking damage here indicates how many battles are happening around them.
Yeah, they're very, very controlled, keeping as much cover as they can from both angles. Arcstar trying to stop the iframe coming out from now on that Wraith in the river. There, Arcstar connects, the pings go down. Do they push? Albalele wastes no time.
You know he's going to fly in there, gets a nice Peacekeeper kill, grapples right back up, and he's right back with the squad in the shack. Doesn't catch that grapple, but still going to be quite central. But here it is. Take a look at one above all, still being a pain in TSM's backside.
Yeah, the Fireman really lighting a fire under TSM. They need to find a way to get control over this. The shielding and Phoenix is coming through, but now pressure, the flank coming out from the other side. Brands ends up going down, BNS is going down, Fireman ends up going down, and the oxygen here now removed from that squad, but TSM still thriving on top of their hut here.
And look at this, they know how much cover they have and also how much they don't have. The lack thereof, they know they need to play these angles on these roofs so well.
Look at the resource trade as well. They know that they need to get that spread across the board. Reps ends up struggling. Virtus Pro is looking so very good. They are ready to try and push this with the 5 squads remaining, but they cannot bite off more than they can chew. Otherwise, they will struggle versus the remaining 3. As we see the shots go through, it seems like TSM is now no longer with us as Virtus Pro clean up house.
And there they go. TSM looks like they will get a top 5, but that will be the end. Now back on board with Virtus Pro and setting up in really, you don't think of this as the best place to have a little Watson ult in a late game, but they're going to have to call it home right now. They do have also that zip to a little more central and to that shack, which is going to be an option for them, not only for a little bit of zip dancing, but also just to get more central.
Yeah, and it should be noted here as we glance at Petty Boss that that is only a one-man representative of one of our squads here. And now Misfits, full 3 versus 3 versus Virtus Pro. We've got the one representative. Where is squad 4? You know we will find out here as round 6 comes to a close.
Here we go now. Back on board Virtus Pro. All rolling purples, and they're going to be feeling good about that. But as we know, they're now going to fly in here, and they're going to get a little more central, and now maybe drop down. But shots coming from the back. I think that's the 14.
Yeah, sitting inside the house somewhere. And that's a lot of shots under Virtus Pro. Actually enough to drop down Pei out of his armor. The Arcstar ends up connecting. Wraith ends up dropping. Misfits is clutching this out as they advance onward into the middle of the house. Swap out to the alternator. Not enough to confirm the knock, but Help struggling heavily here. Drops the battery. I don't think he's going to have an opportunity to be able to get that off, but Lucido buys himself a bit of time. Help gets the heal, and now 3 squads remain.
Yeah, that's going to be Moose finishing off Game Arena as well. Still, all the focus here on the roof of this shack. Look at that. There's going to be Team Kurt that falls now. 2 squads remaining.
Misfits, it's in such a good position. If they can get to the high ground, they've got the 2-man knock. They need the kill to push onto the Peacekeeper. It gets enough to get the 1 knock here. A 2 versus 2. Lucido and Help with the Peacekeeper battle. They're doing their best. They focus it in, and Misfits clutch it out.
And a surprising buyer's market there for them on Western Swamps as they're able to just get right in a fully furnished home.
Nice Arcstar attempt. They should be able to push it. That ends up connecting. They land 1 over to the right side, which is why you see the scan there. Another Thermite going to stop the advance outside of this home. R99 opens up, gets the break. Silk Thread still has the armor.
Yep, still here. Silk Thread out of Bangalore. We were talking about last game. Not a great result for them in the last one, but flies in with the Peacekeeper as well. Will get that knock.
He needs to
trying
armor
to finish
swap.
here.
He has to armor swap. The shot's coming through that door. He needs to be able to get on top of it. He peeks over top of it. Peacekeeper has the line up, but he had the real fight in there. They have no major way to get an immediate push or find what I'm going to call an advantage over that transition in.
Now we're back on board with the Team Kurt side, and they actually have not left this top labs area, really taking their time. And essentially it looks like at this point, trying to pick up some knocks and some limbs here on the way over, and a great shot there. Coming out of Zerg, he's able to get the limb as well. Sitting up here on the high ground.
My day is what Zerg said as he looked at that poster, and my goodness, was it made here. It's not over though. The action still continuing to unfold here in the Swamps house. Fireman sitting with almost no HP. Brands goes down. Fireman, the last man to stand. No HP. Can he heal up?
Let's see if he can get outside right now. Probably going to try to sit on the outside of this wall. So go ahead back over here to the 90 side on kick.
Yeah, very, very struggling opener here. Watson ultimate got to be thrown down to be able to help out here. They do have the zone a little bit into their... No, I lied. Looking at the minimap, they don't even have the opportunity to positionally have an advantage. Oh my, Kurt getting knocked. The Thermite actually going to be brought back. Reloads instead. Worried about that Watson generator. Good call there. Thermite comes through, but it comes at the cost of 90 there, getting knocked by a beautiful longbow shot by BCJ. BCJ is pushing.
Look at this, and they're going to get it as well. That's going to be Zerg down.
BCJ pushed. He ended up getting the Peacekeeper knocked. Now it's a one-on-one between him and Matrix. He takes the trade. It's not enough to be able to break the armor. He could swap there as he gets the thirst through, but we know there is a Pathfinder waiting with a Pathfinder, or excuse me, with a Peacekeeper, I believe. There it is. Great job by the cleanup coming out from Matrix.
Look at that. You can see the excitement, the intensity on his face. He's going to be happy about
high ground, but we actually don't know where the other squads are so far here. Clem turns around the corner, finds himself a Space Station Gaming. There's got to be one other alive, as that is not a knockdown shield.
Let's see if they can find it here. Might actually be up top now, roaming around with the Peacekeeper now still. As we see, Stormin does go down, so now it's all about Clem. Little armor swap.
He could look for an armor pole if he would like to, and that's upset to let a one-man band actually place in that second placement position. We'll see if they do so here.
Great shots there from Taylor. From that Disruptor Alternator now, over to Noth. You see PJ now dropping a medkit. It looks like they're getting ready for this push as they do fly in here. Ring is coming in, and they go in. Now frag grenade out for Noth as well. Thermite is out as well into the queue. We'll see if they can stay alive here. Now Succubus 1 does fall. That's Crypt back through the portal, up through the zip. Now 2 squads left here in the 1v1. Yes, indeed. And it's going to be Noth of Virtus Pro. 2 points on the board, but now back over to Excellence here, who at High Desert has found some interesting battles so early on. And Jarl's going to fall now back over to 0 here.
He's got to find a way to hit some miracle shots on that wingman. Dodge actually has no armor available and is chipping away onto the side. Dodge is the Octane here, and that was the Pathfinder, is in fact the target that was replaced. Moves to join the ranks here of 0.
Potential opportunity here. Does have some help from 0, as you said, and they will get that knock. That does come in, so now moving little bit further here, west-southwest, over towards Gauntlet.
Has the opportunity for this jump pad, maybe pressure in. We see his teammate get the cheeky opener there. Nice cleanup.
Yep.
And they actually survive the situation. More importantly, they do not lose themselves the Watson in between. No thirst available. And excellence.
They're still sitting top treatment, which we know, if you don't get the loot to go your way, it's a common strategy, and they're already at treatment, so not surprised that they've done it.
But I do want to raise the point that they only have 5 points. They're in 15th. Gen G, if they want to win this, they have to have an amazing placement because they're playing so passively, but BCJ on passive there with the grapple back. Kurt actually having a really bad time there on the low ground. BCJ is not successful either. Drops with a triple take, and he's going to need a quadruple because that was a big old whiff. And it comes at the cost of the lives here of Team Kurt.
Team Kurt there, they go down. They were in 6th with 12. So really, they're going to have to sit back now and try to see what happens, though. But first, we got to go into the action here with Sinister Esports as they're trying to stay alive here at Bottom River as well.
Great grapple there and the easy cleanup knock. Space Station Gaming losing themselves a slick. The door jam, punch 1, punch 2, finish him off.
Should come in there as we're now back on boards with Lucido. Let's see exactly now that portal's going to help them get back to the ring. And yes, indeed, the knock comes in right away.
Doesn't end up going for the thirst there. Ends up reloading the 301. Two-time bruiser on this. Good distance and initiation opportunity. Clean up from the rest of Misfits here. Shots. They have to find a way to wheel it down. Look at HRO taking it all in. They are ready to try and get the push, but now they're taking the longbow shots from Virtus Pro. They're going to be met with Fnatic. 69 gets a good old crack there. And amazingly, HRO survive that push. Help them just zone off for a bit. Albralele gets the Phoenix, and things look great here for TSM.
That's a digital threat disruptor ult as well that House busting out. That's going to help if the team is pushing in. Look at that push together. They're going to get that knock. Reps will get the finishes. 2 more there, though. Look at this. Albralele with the Peacekeeper. Finishes 1, and it's also going to be Hal.
We see 5 squads remain. A couple down below. Nice triple take shots here. This is going to be easy work. See if he gets the forward. Nice armor swap there is actually going to make this very difficult to rid of that Watson, but the generator, not long for this world.
Not at all. That does get taken down. Nades are going to go out as well. And Gen G, despite their start here in terms of loot, still up top. Like you said, they've got some problems below itself, but this is definitely Virtus Pro needing to move in now. And take a look at this here, as we do see a drop from BP as they have now made their way into treatment, like you said, with a portal.
And he actually dodges the grenade, taking this portal out, but it's going to take a lot of damage. You see him taking as much as he can. Takes the zip up.
Does he get up?
Is not available. He gets into the circle, though, and he's actually going to not be knocked. Battery ends up getting popped up, but he still needs to heal. Keep in mind, 5 teams remain. VP North actually taken out, so 4 squads remain. The Arcstar's going down into the center circle as everybody taking the high ground there. They're doing their best to try and keep themselves alive. Grim Reality with the iframe can take the portal back here as he is going to zone right in. Dummy is alive and actually controlling his own. Can he make his way back to the portal? He took the wrong side. He survives with 1 HP. 3 squads remain. He takes the 1 versus 1 with the wingman. He has to reload, but the melee knocks him out, and it's actually enough to keep him up. Now 2 people left. Keep in mind that knockdown shield, I believe. Oh no, yes, there it is.
There it is, yes.
Formula a way to get anywhere near that circle. Unfortunately, they're just really struggling at the moment. Shots are going down all around them. Brent Royale now with the wingman trying to take a few players down. His teammates are doing a great job trying to grapple in himself, and all of a sudden, it's become the Royal Rumble here. Who's going to be thrown over the top rope?
This is what Battle Royales are made for. Just this massive contestant right at the end of the game. And you've got low ground, you've got high ground, but you've got such little objects you can hide behind, and you have to utilize them, because otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a very sticky situation.
Rogue are in a fantastic position here. They seem to have the ultimate high ground in this particular situation. They have plenty of shield cells to work with as well, and now they're going to be getting aggressive. Now they're going to be looking for eliminations, as we now have only 4 squads left.
Look how they just pinched him as well. They sussed out, they sniffed out. Just lurking around and hiding. There he is. It's Zach from FlyQuest.
Oh,
actually,
there's 3 of them.
It's the entirety of FlyQuest somehow are down in this pit, in between the 2 teams, and they still haven't been spotted.
Rogue now, all with purple armor. There's a couple on the floor as well, so they could potentially swap out those shields and make those exchanges for those elongated fights should these 2 teams push in. But here, now comes the push from FlyQuest. They're going to be taken down, gets caught in the ring. Lou goes up, flying through the air with the grapple, tries to land some no-scopes. Not going to happen. 3 squads remaining. Rogue still in control.
Rogue are just laying down fire. They had all the high ground, and they get the victory.
Now we're going to see Lazarus under pressure here in market as well. Another team are going to be pushing them. 1 player is down. The caustic traps go out again. And it hasn't been the first time that we've seen Lazarus kind of stuck in this situation inside a market, being having pressure, applied to them from various different directions, and it's Atletico again who are contesting market, rotating in, and quite happily taking this fight.
We were always going to have this potential at this tournament. With 80 teams, you're always going to get at least a couple. We're going to have similar drop locations as he is ripped apart by the EVA 8 there, and that's going to be 2 members of Lazarus down, 1 surviving. I wonder if it is that Caustic just trying to get away. Yes, it is. It's post-kill. He's managed to get outside, and you heard a little bit of communication there, or at least I heard it in my ears. I don't know if you could hear it on stream as well. I heard just live, stay alive, get away, and maybe you might even be able to get a revive here as well.
Down some players, and I think that might have been all 3 players who have dropped now for HLC.
18 squads is about to come a lot less, I can tell you that, as so many corners are covered at this point. We do see Winstrike trying to defend their position, and they are just going to be able to just rain down fire on so many players pushing in on this circle now.
Yeah, there should be easy finishes here, and there's going to be a gold knockdown shield, and we know how huge they are towards that end game. Winstrike, they held this choke point for so long, they were so disciplined. Of the current circle, they will have to move, but there's going to be some fairly easy picks, you would think, here as he pushes in, but no, 1 player does go down here. SK Vic picks up 1 there on a Nagano 1998 player. Peacekeeper shots coming in left, right, and center here, and somehow SK are staying in it. Nash now trying to push in himself. Is he going to fall victim to the storm? He somehow manages to get out of dodge, but surely only just for a matter of time.
Manages to find himself the tiniest little hole, but unfortunately he's taken out, and I don't think maybe Superkick realized that, yes, okay, they used Gibraltar's shield. They gave safe passage to a couple of teams there who said, look, there's a shield we can utilize here. We can push through this and gain some cover from on-firing teams.
The fact that they're not peeking in this particular point as well. They are almost waiting for players to have to move in. As soon as those battles go down, that's where they're going to jump out. That's where they become the Viper. They're going to pounce. They're going to look to finish those kills and win this game. Here we go.
We've got dances on the zip line. We've got shots firing from every single direction at the moment. But the Peacekeeper, the R99s, they're going to be so important in this final battle.
We're going to watch Rob Beam here jumping in as well. He's got a Peacekeeper. He's got an R301. Surely this is going to be the game here going to Winstrike. They down a couple of players. There's the last player in front of them. The Peacekeeper comes in, and Winstrike do manage to close out. Game